back to another anime episode review. I am the Rat. I'm the exhausted Rat. And this is the Exhausted Rat's Nest. I'm here with Exhausted Kyle. Say hi, Exhausted Kyle.
Hi, Exhausted Kyle.
That is so accurate. Today, we're discussing a series, right? We watched this the day it aired. We're talking about The Rising of the Shield Hero, Season 3, Episode 8. Titled something, probably. I'm not going
Dragon's
to
Den.
Dragon's Den. Man, you're the real fan. You're a real fan.
No, I just paid attention.
You're a real fan. This was an episode. I liked it.
I didn't. I'll just allow me to be blunt.
Yes, of course. Let's just get straight into the discussion here.
No, beating around the bush.
No beating the bush off. You can start anytime you feel like it.
We pick up from last time, sorta, kinda, where they're getting ready to go find the dragon, and then literally out of nowhere, we had to go back, rewatch the end of the last episode, and then rewatch the beginning of this to make sure we didn't miss anything. But they're like, oh man, Philo's collapsed, and then they go check on Philo, and Philo's in bed, and it's like, the dragon's sapping her levels. Where the fuck did that come from?
Hey, to be fair, that is probably a question you were supposed to be asking. I genuinely can't remember. If this is the first time with us, I've read the light novels. It was a long time ago, so I don't remember stuff. And Kyle's an anime only. I would say the problem with Shield Hero Season 3 so far has been half of the stuff is stuff that you should know, and half of the stuff is questions you should be asking, and it's nigh on impossible to determine against the two.
Yeah, and in this case, it's like
I'm pretty sure that's a question you should be asking. Like, I don't think that's a
I
missing
can't
explanation
tell
somewhere.
I can't tell if it's something that's just not that they cut from the light novel explanations, or if it's like we'll get to it later. Because my best idea right now is, I guess, because the dragon does it have like the slave crest? Did they give it the crest?
Because it was born under Naofumi's control.
It's in his party.
I don't know if it was a specific slave crest or if it's like
but it's in his party.
Crest.
It's in his party.
I can't remember. I think it's probably a slave crest though.
It's in his party, whatever else. And so because of that, it somehow has access to sapping the levels, and this thing, it's kind of stupid. We'll get to it later, but this thing has a lot of control over Naofumi and his party, and so
you know what it might be. I genuinely can't remember if this is something that will be explained later or if it's something that should have been explained. But I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, Philo ate a part of the zombie dragon core, way back in season 1, and so there is a connection there.
Okay.
So
I will say, going forward,
if I had to put money on it, I would say that's it. And I said, I don't know if that's something that you're just supposed to make that connection, or if it's something it'll be explained, or if it's not going to be. I don't know.
This can go one of two ways. Either that's not the case and I'm not a fan of it, or it is and I will still feel a tad upset, because that would have been a good time for re-expositioning that back into the main plot, being like, oh, hey, do you think this, at any time in this episode before the fight, it feels like they should have brought up, hey, do you think this has something to do that she ate a part of this dragon? And
if it's something like that has happened and that we know about that's causing it, I think they should have re-expositioned that.
I won't harp on it until I'll put a pin in that. We'll put a pin in that, because we're gonna have to wait and see, because the episode ends with them fighting the big Draugr now, big dragon man.
No, okay, so continue as to why you don't like the episode.
Anyway, we move onward, and we just traverse a little bit more. They go back to the village that Ren put in danger in season 1, and the girl, what's her name, Windia, makes some very vague comments about her dad. Oh, we'll get there. But as they're going up, this Sonic the Hedgehog looking monster attacks them, and she nukes it to hell. And she goes, yeah, I know, I use the Dragon Vein technique, which Brandon then explained is Shield Hero has a problem with how many power systems it has, and that's another
fan of it. I'm not a fan.
I would agree on the grounds of like it. Shield Hero doesn't need this. It's not a series that warrants this many power systems, right?
And
like,
look, you can do a bunch of power systems correctly and well.
oh, you can.
It's just I don't think that even counting the light novels. So like this isn't an anime specific problem. It's just a Shield Hero problem. Like it never gives enough details about any of the power systems for me to be able to confidently explain any of them. Like even in like the most basic magic system, anything could happen, and I'd just be like, yeah, sure, why not? As opposed to like say like a more concrete power system like Curse Technique or Stands, where it's like you kind of know what they're capable of. And I don't think that every power system needs to be like super like hard.
Complex.
You can have softer magic systems, but it gets so confusing. Especially where I am in the light novel, where it's just like,
hold on.
I don't know what's going on, and
you know,
you
good
can be like,
example.
oh, you're a fake fan, whatever. It's like you shouldn't have to memorize 50 different things. Where it's like, okay, this you could be like, oh, well, that was explaining. Oh, yeah, one line 7 light novels ago, I read that 5 years ago. That means nothing to me.
I think a good example of a soft power system in these light novels, I would say Reign of the Seven Spellblades has a good soft power system of... Is that proper wording? Like how everyone... I mean, it's...
Not really. It has its rules. A soft power system is like Lord of the Rings.
I don't know Lord of the Rings, so I can't really...
Basically, when the fewer rules there are, the softer it is.
Okay.
But like Reign of has rules. So I thought you were
sorry. I thought you were referring to something else. But but like I understand what you're saying with that. How Shield Hero doesn't need to have that many branching paths for its power system.
And also you could explain Way of the Dragon Vein. I completely forgot that this existed. And so it's you could explain it as using dragon magic.
Yeah.
But
I would
just say
that.
dragon magic that's fine. Like a branch of magic specifically for the dragon, sweet. That would be cool. But it's specifically it uses the dragon veins that run under the earth. What?
I didn't even know that there were dragon veins until now. That wasn't a question I had in my head until Windia said it.
And it just needlessly overcomplicates stuff.
Yes.
Anyways, please continue.
So whatever, they get to the cave and they go in to fight the dragon, gay lion, and then in the background of all of this, Atla was using. Oh yeah, another thing. I don't think that they properly explain. I didn't even know, and maybe this is me forgetting. But at least according to Brandon, I don't think that's fully the case. I didn't know that life magic was a thing.
Life energy, pretty sure.
Life energy. I didn't know that life energy specifically was a thing until now.
I will say that is half on you because I am certain at some point they have said the words life energy. However,
but was it ever?
Know they have never explained it. I can't say that they have never explained it because I am a fake fan. I haven't watched the second half of season 2 of the anime.
Okay, hold on. So maybe it's on me that I forgot that it existed as a concept.
They never explained that Atla was a prodigy at it.
That's what I'm
it's and I will say that it's inference. Because we can see her do really well
train.
With the Hengen Musou techniques.
She did train with the old woman, yeah.
At the same time, if you didn't know that the Hengen Musou techniques used life energy, then you wouldn't know that Atla's doing it. And it's never been oh, Atla, you're doing really good at that. You can show, don't tell. I'm a big fan of show, don't tell, especially in visual mediums like anime. But I mean, it's there. If you go back and watch it, it's one of those things where, if you know, it's
I won't fully fault it. I'm not gonna.
If you didn't, then it's yeah.
I'll take some of the blame there. I'm not gonna say that's not a reason. That's not one of the reasons why I would
it's just something that
dislike
happened
this
during the episode.
It just happened. So anyway, she's using her control of life energy to like slow down this process of this dragon stealing Philo's levels for itself. And so in the middle of that, a bunch of red marks appear and they consume Philo's body. And then when they're in the cave starting to fight this the dragon, Gay Lion, Philo shows up and rushes at it, and the dragon just eats her.
Based.
So, yeah. Then after that, it transforms back into it's like zombie form, right? Or like
So originally they're fighting the red dragon, which is
the red dragon,
like more Gay Lion than like more physically Gay Lion, and then it transforms back into what the zombie dragon originally
was. Yes.
And then the third, transformed from Charizard to Mega Charizard X, and then it went to Mega Charizard X, Super Saiyan 1.
Yeah.
And this positive of the episode, of which you agreed, so I'll speak for you here. The designs are cool. The red Gay Lion CG model's kind of rough, but the black one and the Dragon Emperor model pretty cool. I can't lie.
They're cool models.
Cool. They looked pretty good. They ran pretty good, and I would just say also some pretty set pieces, especially in the cave. I liked all the blues. I think the animation was pretty good. Can't fault it. I mean the animation's been the production, like the visual production has not been bad this season. It's the story. It's Shield Hero. Lol.
It's Shield Hero. And then the other two big things, right? First one, this isn't like I hate the episode for this very reason, but it's like this was very, very strange. When they're in the middle of fighting, she's like, "No, stop, don't hurt Dad." I was like, "Dad." That genuinely caught me off guard. It
was hilarious knowing that was coming, and you were like, yeah, she's like a villager, and the dragon
her dad
is killed or something. And then you jokingly said that Ren killed her dad, and I'm like, yeah, lol.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was half right, because what I was getting at was like whenever back in season 1 when the other heroes were doing a shitty job at their jobs, I thought like she was pissed at Ren, so I was like, oh okay, Ren did something that killed her dad. I was technically right. Not what I expected, because it's like, no, stop, don't hurt Dad. I'm like, wait, what? Because the dragon's her dad. It was very, very weird and interesting to get that reveal. The other thing, just because that one aside, I mean, I have to wait and see how that resolves before I can get my full thoughts on it. Not a fan of how this whole dragon thing has panned out with you mix these two stones, and if a dragon eats it, this shit just happens. I'm not really a fan of the logic there.
It's pretty random.
Random.
I think that I can see it. I don't think it's a logical leap. Because like a dragon's core is like
it's memories.
Everything.
Yeah, I know. They just said. They said memories, right? Specifically, what was stated was like it stores its memories in there.
Being and stuff.
Well, I don't think that they said being. I thought that they just referred to it as like the memory.
I don't have the episode pulled up anymore. I can't check. I don't wanna. Even with just memories, I think because it's like it's a magical artifact. The dragon stored its memories in there. It's now been eaten by another dragon. It's probably been absorbed into that dragon.
If you take a core to a blacksmith and fuse it with another core from another dimension, and you feed it to a particular dragon, maybe not that part, but if you feed it to a dragon after fusing two different dimensional dragon cores together or whatever, you can make any dragon reascend back to one of the beings in the core. Not a fan of that. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of that.
They're not.
I liked it when it
power. It's like they still have to power up. That's why he was stealing Philo's levels.
That's why he just hacked Naofumi's gamer set.
No, it's probably because Philo ate the other half of the dragon core or something.
Probably.
It's probably why. Or there's another explanation that I can't remember.
It's either stuff that this episode and the many others that came before it are indicative of either something's happening that doesn't make sense, or it makes sense but they just don't properly explain it from the source material.
I mean, I think look at it like Shibuya slight spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen, like the guy who summons Toji back. Like, it's effectively Toji, but like it's not. Like Toji is like kind of mentally back.
Don't compare peak to mid.
No, but you think it's like that. I mean, does that make sense?
It makes sense, and I'll agree with you there. I just wish that it were
Explain
better. I wish it were explained better.
Maybe it will be next episode. I don't know.
It's a begrudging acceptance of like, I see what it's trying to do, and that's fine. And I thought it was neat how it reverting back to the original state. You know, the dad state. That was fine. I mean, I didn't think there was a problem there. You know, it ate the core. It ate Philo. It directly got its levels to power up, and then just in the middle of the fight, it just becomes the Dragon Emperor at random. And yeah, just not a fan of that. Not a fan of that.
That's fair.
It's, I guess, just to like where I'd leave things off, like the direction of season 3 has been very weird. It's okay. I'm okay with the series not having as much of a flow or a structure in forward progression. You know, like season 2, there was one goal, one thing in mind that they had to go do, and then they did it, and then it swapped to the isekai arc within the isekai. Like, it was, you could look at the beginning of season 1, go to the end, and it's like, okay, you're following that one narrative storyline. This one has been a lot more laid back in some regards. It's more slice of lifey at times, and they're dealing with a lot of different things here. They're dealing with like the broader world, not just one narrow specific thing. They're dealing with a broader amount.
I'd say like the focus of the season. So like, you know, season 2 is like, okay,
the heroes,
kill, stop, kill, right?
Yeah. Season 3 is to
like find the heroes. In its defense, like that is inherently going to have smaller stories.
Oh no! What I was getting at is I don't think that's inherently
mean that
a bad
it's done
thing.
Well.
That's what I was getting at. Where I'm not opposed to it, and I do like it sometimes. It's not a bad thing that they're trying to slow the pacing down a little. You know, they're like the next big thing is the Phoenix. That's not going to happen for months. It makes sense that stuff's going to be a bit more laid back during that time, and they're going to be going around doing other things. I get that, but feels like sometimes they hit, or like the story itself kind of hits beats that feels satisfying, like, oh yeah, this is good. But then other times it hits beats where it's like, why are we focusing on this? So my thoughts right now on season 3 are very mixed, more positive than negative, but still they're very mixed. I don't know, just the dragon sequence. I mean, getting last episode wasn't like that great. I mean, it was fine getting the dragon, and then now it's just like I'm not too big of a fan of what's happening right now. They're in the cave, they're all just fighting it. It feels like a lot of nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it feels like it should have more weight. It just doesn't.
That's a good word. Weight. There's not a lot of weight here.
Yeah, and I will say that is not an anime problem. That is, once again, a Shield Hero problem. Because it felt, as far as I remember, felt the exact same in the light novel. Like I remember, not really. I mean, it kind of sounds. I remember not really caring.
No, I mean, in my perspective, it's just like, okay, they go to this cave. And
it's like okay, so they're here to fight the dragon that we met halfway through last episode.
And then it transforms, and then they fight it, and it transforms again. And then it no-diffs everyone, and it starts taking now Fumi's power.
Clear how exactly? I mean, you know how it's that's not it's clear why it's transforming because it ate the core.
But not, yeah, just I don't know, man. I look at stuff like this, and I'm just I feel nothing toward it. I'm sorry. Early on, I'd say earlier, like the first half of the season, definitely minus episode, I think it was 3, had me a lot more engaged. But right now, it just feels very slow. Well, okay, slow's not the right word. It feels more, I don't know, just I feel more indifferent toward what's happening. Like I really don't care about what's happening.
I mean, there's some good stuff. Like, I mean, personally, I think that Wendia and her relationship, like, with her dad is like I think that that's an interesting plot point, and I think that that's done like pretty decently well. It's
I'll have to see all of it, but for right
that's
now,
fair.
it's just a new character that was like out of nowhere, from my perspective, just given a lot of importance in the last episode or two. I think it was just last episode, but just like heavily emphasizing this character now, and then only now being like, oh no, it's my dad. It's like I don't care.
I think that you can. I mean, you absolutely can like introduce a character, like give them a bunch of importance, and then like make like emotional like scenes. Like I think you absolutely can do that.
You can. It's just not doing it well, in my opinion.
No, I don't think that the last episode didn't give Wendia the setup base. Like if you had 2 episodes or even just 1 episode where it was like just now Fumi and Wendia or something, and we just like get to see them talk, and we get to see like more of Wendia's character.
A solo
like
episode.
That could work. But like, because Wendia has to share the screen with like at least 15 different characters all at the same time, it never really goes anywhere. And again, that's not an anime problem. That is a Shield Hero problem. But so I could talk about Shield Heroes many characters for a long time.
And I would agree with that being a problem. And just, I don't know, next episode, it'll probably be fine. I'll probably like it enough. I mean, the big bad dragon man fight. I don't know, just this episode, this plot point right now currently isn't hooking me. Yeah. I don't know how
much of a hot take that is. I don't know how. I'm not in the Shield Hero.
I don't know. I'll word it like this. This dragon plotline. I'll word it in an intentionally hot take kind of way. This dragon plotline sucks.
No freaking way.
Half bait, half I believe in it. Half like this is bait. Don't worry. But the other half of it, me, is like, yeah.
Well,
so I don't know.
You heard the man. Convince him otherwise in the comments. And also, if you're this far in the video, then obviously there is something you liked about us. Maybe you liked us shitting on Shield Hero. Maybe you are mad at us and are fuming and are tapping a comment right now. That'd be kind of base. But thank you all for watching. We really hope that you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and leave a subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you all next week with Shield Hero again. Hopefully sooner. I don't know. I can't promise sooner. Goodbye.
Bye.